And thank you so much for being here for the LTH product demo. We're very excited to learn more about your product, JustA. To kick us off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you started this company?
Okay, thank you. So I retired from the Army as a major. I studied information system degree. And since then, I've been implementing information systems in medium-sized, big-sized companies, different kind of companies, mostly ERP, CRM, BI, those kind of systems. It gave me the understanding that knowledge sharing or knowledge management is not really efficient. So this what helped me to understand the big pain we have that we are trying to solve. We have started the company 2 years ago, and that's it.
And you started the company with your partner, Yuval.
Yeah.
And so you said you really wanted to tackle the problem of knowledge management. Can you talk a little bit more about that and really the problem that you set out to solve with JustA?
So JustA is here to solve the enterprise, like the in-company knowledge sharing and its retention. So today there are lots of systems like forums and Teams, Slack channels, whatever, that you can share knowledge, but eventually it's really hard to get this knowledge out, or there is no really active knowledge preservation. So what we are doing is first suggesting the user in real time about different knowledge pieces in all of the company's database first, and second, we preserved once we understand, of course, the question, we know how to connect him not just to this specific knowledge piece, but also to a live expert according to several criteria, and preserve the transfer knowledge for future use.
So you are serving up just-in-time knowledge to people as they work from both persons, experts, and documents. Just the holy grail of knowledge management. That's all. That's all.
That's why we're here.
Well, that's fantastic. Let us jump into a demo, Oren. I can't wait to see this.
Let's go. One sec. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, amazing. I can start, right?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to share a scenario of an end user, a lawyer, that he wants to consult with his colleagues. Let's take the example, the really bad example of, So he's going to send an email to the whole office and spam everyone with a question. So it's usually what's happened. Usually the end user, the user is typing some kind of a request for information. I need your help, etc., etc., etc. And once I clicked on the body, you can see that the icon, just the icon appears, and it's in some kind of a sleep mode. Like it's doing nothing, you can say. But eventually what it's doing, it's like once I'll type something, it's use NLP, real time, as I said, and understand whether the user needs help or asking a question. And I just prepared a question. And you can see that there is some kind of a ping. I don't know if you heard it. And the user can see that this icon starts spinning or moving, and he can choose. He can choose to continue with his, like, what he's used to do, like send the email or I don't know. But he can choose to click on us and to get something, okay? He got a recommendation to speak with an expert. We will see it in a sec. He got also a document from SharePoint, like JustA also is connected to several databases. As I said, it can be SharePoint, it can be Dropbox, whatever. And from this database, I am suggesting the most relevant document I found, or several documents, and I will. He is able to enter to those kind of documents. If he has,
Oren, to stop you there. So you can connect it, users could choose to connect it to whichever database would be most helpful within that organization. So say, obviously this is integrated with Outlook in this example, and then it could also be integrated, I presume, with a knowledge hub, or could it, for example, be also connected to an entire DM system?
Yeah, so it's not connected to Outlook as a knowledge source, because I don't want to I don't know, to connect to all of the emails that the company has and to start moving it from one to each other, because it may be like there are some of the emails may be, I don't know, private emails. So we are connecting him. We just understand from the text here with what he's dealing with. According that, we give him recommendations from different databases. Database can be like SharePoint, Dropbox, OneDrive, those kind of DMS, and this is one knowledge piece, like one data source, you can say.
Yeah.
The other source, is that it's a bit different from regular database, is JustA, that I will explain in a sec. As I said, we after creating connection between this user, like myself, with experts, we preserve the knowledge, so the database can be a previous session that someone in the company have done with experts. So let's take for this the example. I can like go inside and I can see that there is some kind of a chat session. I can see that like the question. I can see that someone answered this guy, and also they are able to share documents. So this is like the one use case.
Oh,
and
that's
also,
very cool. That's very cool. So not only can you point it at a database of documents to pull from, in fact, JustA itself operates as a knowledge base that builds automatically over time as people use it. So it gets better and better, and then pushes that information to people.
Exactly, because like in most of the cases, there are documents out there, but usually the company don't really know what they have because nobody really validates it. So when using JustA, and I JustA suggest you about like see a document or two documents, the end user gives some kind of validation and learns from it. So it's a learning system. So next time when someone will ask a similar question, first I will know which documents are better or more up to date than others. So this is one thing. Second, while connecting you to the right SME in the company, that we preserve the knowledge, and it becomes a knowledge piece that's like reusable. Like we are able to reuse it for next time. So,
and what about the expert? What if you want to talk to a person? What types of people can it connect you with at the organization?
So this is the database side, or the knowledge pieces side. And if I want to speak with an expert, and the JustA sense that there are experts that can help me according to availability, according to the perfect match for what I'm asking, and according to like when was the last time I interact to those users. So we are building some kind of a scoring that says this user is more fit than the other, and eventually we are sending push notification to up to 4 users. And so it's some kind of an escalation system, but it's we like the main goal is not to interrupt to the whole organization. It's not like sending an email to the whole office. It's like we choose the most suitable experts.
Right,
and
it's
then
narrowing the pool of people who may actually have your answer. And what happens when you click on the button?
So yeah, I'll show you. So I'm asking the end user to rephrase, because not always it's like a really defined question. Sometimes on email you are like writing a summary, a long summary of lots of words. So I'm asking you to redefine the question.
Okay.
This is what's going to store after that, you will see in the database. And I'm going to click on start. What happens now, just located, like we've done all the scoring behind the scene, located up to 4 users, up to 4 experts in the company, they got a push notification, and I can, like, they are able to send me messages and share also documents. So
that's
they
great.
don't have to, yeah. So Yuval got this push notification. He sent me a message back. He's able to answer to my question, not just Yuval, but also, I don't know, Nikki, and also Jerome, and, you know, all other experts from the company that are in this session. And he can share documents as part of it. Eventually, once this session is closed, means that I got my answer, and maybe we can also add when experts in the company approved it, it can be reused. As I mentioned, we analyze what's inside, and then we, when someone is asking a similar the same question, he will be able to see this kind of session.
Fantastic. Well, Oren, that looks really useful. I'm sure people will have a lot more questions about that. I'm curious about things like, I imagine this appears through the JustA icon on the user's screen.
The major problem, or one of the big questions that we get from customers is how can you know, like, who knows what, like on day one. So we are able to run as in the background some kind of an agent for 1 week, 2 weeks, to understand who knows what according to the text, and then we are able to show the admin, the customer, like some kind of a knowledge heat map of the company, and then we are able just to, once he's approving, we are able to start like working, so the end user will be able to see this icon and start collaborating.
Can you add information to the expert heat map based on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. There is a whole.
They're in, what level of experience they have, that kind of thing. Yeah.
There is a whole. I haven't shown it, but there is a big, like a whole new different admin console that the admin are able to see who knows what, who are the users. What are the official knowledge tags? So if there is a knowledge tag that I don't like, a tag that I don't want it to be official knowledge tag, so I'm able to block it. So there is a big
capability to customize and configure. Exactly. That's fantastic. Well, this looks fascinating, Oren. One quick question is, are you able to connect to databases like iManage, for example, in legal organizations yet, or NetDocuments?
Yeah, we are working on it, on iManage. Not yet, but we are close.
Excellent. Well, Oren, thank you so much for being here. This was really interesting, and it really does solve actually 2, I think, very significant problems for legal organizations. One is this just-in-time knowledge and reducing these, pardon the interruption, PTI emails. And the second is the ability to reuse that kind of concierge knowledge of people asking questions and then responding to them and doing so automatically. So I think this is very impressive, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thanks.